Today we are going to take lesson 6, that is our new lesson from term 1 book about our government. In this lesson you will be learning about what is government, what are the different branches of the government, what are the levels of the government, which is about the central government, the state government and the local self-government. Okay, let's try to learn what is a government. A government is a group of people with the authority who are responsible for governing a country or a state is known as government. Okay, why do we need that government? The purpose of a government is to facilitate the smooth functioning of a country's affair. Okay, a government is formed to make decisions about laws and taxes and works to fulfill the needs of the people. The government makes rules for the well-being of its people and makes sure that rules that they made were to be followed throughout the country. So that is about the government. Okay, let's go to the branches of the government. India is a country of vast population and it has a democratic government. India is also a world's largest democracy. Our India is a democratic government, okay, where people vote in elections to choose the people who will govern them. So the Indian government has three branches, which are called the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. Let's learn it. What are the functions that are performed by these three branches of the government? This is the three branches of government. Legislature. This legislature, they makes the laws. And this executive, the laws which were made by the legislatures, after the laws are passed, this executive ensures that these rules are followed by the people. And judiciary, they will deliver justice. Next is about levels of the government. As you already know that we have one government and that government has three branches, isn't it? But when we read about the levels of the government, our India is a very big country. Since our country is very big, it is not easy to rule a country by a single seat of power. So the system of government is governance by the constitution in three levels, that is center, state and local. So let's learn what is the central government. The central government is also known as the union government, okay? And the power and duties, it operates from the capital city called New Delhi. When we want to learn about the powers and duties of those three levels, all these three governments have their respective areas of duties. Let's know what is the duties and powers of the central government. The central government holds power in accordance with the union list, that is foreign affairs, defense and communications, which means the central government functions its powers and duties at the national level and looks after the governance of the entire country. So all the powers and duties are function and operates from the capital city, from New Delhi, okay? Next is the state government. Look here, this is the map of our India. This is our India map. Our India is a very big country and it is divided into 28 states. But now it has become to 29 states. and all the 29 states, it has its own government, okay, and all the powers and duties are operates from the capital city of the state. So this state government, they hold power in accordance with the state list, that is public health, taxation on agriculture and local government. As I told you in the previous point, that the government is formed by the people, or it is the group of people, right? So the state government is formed to look after the state and the law and order, and to look after the welfare of the people. Okay, so before we move to the local self-government, let's reflect with the areas or works which the central and the state government holds their position. So there are areas or works where both the government hold bars in accordance, that is criminal law, marriage and education. Let's go back to the central government. The central or union government resides and governs from New Delhi, the capital of our country, okay? And this central government has three branches, that is the central legislature, the central executive and the judiciary. The central legislature of the parliament, it consists of two houses. So this is the Parliament House. It is called the Central Legislature of the Parliament. And this Parliament House, it consists of two houses, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Okay. The local self-government. This local self-government is also a group of people. This government is formed to deal with the local problems of the villages, towns or cities. And the local self-government, it takes care of the necessities for the people. Let's learn about those local self-government. In villages, there are small forms of government which is known as the local self-government as Gram Panchayat. Gram Panchayat is a government which is formed by the group of people in village areas, okay? So this Panchayat, it is a body of 5 people elected by the villagers. And those representatives of the Gram Panchayat were elected for 5 years. There is always a head in a government, okay? So the head of the central government is the Prime Minister. And in the state government, it is the head is the Chief Minister. And in the local self-government, the head of the Panchayat is called a Sarpanch. So this government, they are formed to look after the problems of the villages, towns and cities, right? So they take responsible for building villages, roads and maintaining and providing clean water, running schools, health centers and hospitals, and settling disputes in the village. So this is how the village people, they conduct meeting. This is how the village people, they used to have meeting and discussing about the works and duties to be done in the village areas. Let's come to the towns and cities. In towns and cities, the local self-governments are known as municipalities and municipal operations respectively. These municipal corporations are also formed by the people, and these are the people elected by the public to take responsible for providing safe water and electricity, or collecting garbage, building and maintaining roads, looking after government to run schools and public parks. So those are the duties which are performed by the municipal corporations, okay? Now let's recall about our lesson. India is a democracy because the people vote in elections to choose the people who will govern them. In our India country, The government is divided into three levels, that is central government, state government and the local self-government. The central government is based in New Delhi, where all the powers, duties are functioned from our country capital and takes care of matters in national importance. And the state government is based in the capital of the state, and it takes care of matters related to the state. And lastly, the local self-government is divided into panchayats that take care of the villages, municipalities that take care of towns, and the municipal corporation that take care of cities. Okay, so that is all about our government. I hope you have understood a bit about our government. If you have understood the lesson, you please do question number 1, write true or false as your homework, okay? And send it through my WhatsApp today itself. Alright? Okay, thank you. Let's meet in the next class.